Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've heard my fair share of creepy stories growing up, but tea here is one in particular that left me and everyone in our neighborhood too scared to even go near that one house for 20 years. And what happened to that carpenter at the end? It became one of the most chilling stories ever told in our community. Let's begin. I had a classmate more like a childhood friend, really. We grew up together in the same compound, and the house his family lived in always had something off about it. His surname was Nee. His dad was a former soldier who had been wounded in service and later got assigned to work at our state-owned unit. My friend was the youngest. He had an older brother and two older sisters. His mom didn't have a job. She was what we called a family dependent of the unit. Not long after they moved into that place, strange things started happening. His mother began having these sudden mental episodes, almost like intermittent psychosis. She'd talk nonsense, shout at people, and stay up all night pacing around the house in the darkness. Then his second oldest sister started getting really sick too. She was diagnosed with something similar to leukemia and had to go to the hospital for blood transfusions every few weeks. Now his father was an ex-soldier, tough-minded and stubborn. He didn't believe in superstitious nonsense. Whenever someone said, "Hey old friend, that house of yours might have some bad energy, maybe ask the unit for a transfer," he'd just reply, "I've been on the battlefield. What's there to be afraid of?" So the family stayed in that house for over a year. But then something happened that changed his mind. One evening, his father invited some old friends from his hometown over. After dinner, they started playing cards. Little did they know it would be the last game ever played in that house. They played until around midnight. Then suddenly, all three friends said, "Let's take a break. We're going to the toilet." Now, back then, we didn't have private bathrooms. We used public outhouses located outside the compound. So those three men walked out and never came back. They vanished until morning. My friend's dad was furious. Keep in mind, this was before mobile phones. No way to call and check. He even went out with a flashlight to look for them at the outhouse, but there was no one. A few days later, he ran into those same friends at work and started yelling at them. But they pulled him aside and said, "Listen, man, we gotta be straight with you. That house you are living in, it's not safe." That night, during the card game, all three of us saw it. In that small room next to your living room, there was a figure. Long hair, pale, floating in the dark. We were so scared we made an excuse and left. They went on, "Your wife got sick after moving in, right? Your daughter too? You gotta move out. All three of us saw it. Only you didn't." That was finally enough to convince him. Soon after, he applied to the unit for a relocation. The administrative staff, they already knew that house had a reputation, so his application was approved almost immediately. After they moved out, in less than 2 weeks, his mother's mental condition improved. His sister's health gradually recovered too. His mom is still alive today and never had another episode. That house was left empty after that. But the story doesn't end there. What happened next was even scarier. I was still living in the same compound, less than 30 meters from that empty house. Then one of our neighbor's sons was about to get married. The family hired a carpenter from Xiangtan to make custom furniture. The carpenter needed workspace, so the village committee gave him the key to that empty house. At first, he only worked there during the day and didn't stay at night. Then one day, a neighbor joked with him, "Hey, carpenter, you know why this is the only place in the whole compound that's empty? People say T here is a ghost in there at night." The carpenter just laughed it off. "A ghost? We carpenters train under masters. We have protective tools. If it shows up, I'll take care of it. We'll see who's stronger." So he decided to stay the night. The first night was quiet, but on the second night, things took a turn. He suddenly burst out the door, screaming, sprinted out of the compound, and never looked back. The family eventually found him through contacts and asked what happened. He said, "In the middle of the night, it showed up, long hair, pale, trying to choke me. I used every method my master taught me, but nothing worked. It was too powerful. I am not going back. I don't even want my pay. After that, for 20 years, no one ever dared set foot in that house again. It's still empty today, and it remains one of the most haunting legends in our neighborhood. What do you think made the ghost so powerful that even the Carpenter's rituals didn't work? If you've experienced something similar, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.